Alright, good morning. How is everyone doing? Let me know if you can hear me. And also, if everything's working alright. So do you see my video and do you hear me? That's what I would like to know. If so, we're gonna dive right in. It should be. It's giving some delay. I don't have. Okay, I think it's working. Yes, hi, says Yumiko. Amazing, Farhead. Alright, it looks like we are live. It took a while. Not sure why, but this time it took some longer to get confirmation. Alright, let's see. Who watched the AMA, the official Pixels AMA yesterday? Let me know. And yeah, we saw some pretty exciting news, some pretty exciting stuff in there. I made a tweet about it. Hey Esto, thank you for being here. Yes, jury watched it. Nice. So let me know if you've watched it. What did you think about it? What's your opinion? Do you like the way they are going, or do you think, I don't like this, or this could be better? Please let me know. Farhead says, yes, I watched it and it's good. Yeah, you need to rewatch it, watch and play. Yep, I understand, because there's so much information in it. But luckily, I will try to dig into it in this live video. And as you can see, I made a tweet about it. Basically, I was following the AMA, and every time I saw something exciting, I made a screenshot and tweeted about it, or X'd about it. It's weird. I'll keep saying Twitter and tweets. An upcoming airdrop? Nope. Maybe you are talking about the new Cyber and Plots, which is kind of linked to Pixels, but not really. Yeah, I'm not gonna dive into that right now, but maybe you are referring to that. But no, there's no Pixels airdrop coming. And Yumiko, does the soft wood we have right now, will it convert to other types of wood? So this is interesting. I would say yes, but I'm not sure. All of these things I'm not sure about. It could be, or not. So yeah, there are some resources we have, like an ironite bar, like softwood, all of these things. Yeah, do we get to keep them? I don't know. There is an ironite bar in the chapter 2. We have seen that in the AMAs, but it is a higher tier. I think it is a tier 2 or maybe even tier 3. So yeah, if you craft iron bars right now, you might have some tier 2 or 3 resources already. So that is nice. So that's why I'm also crafting ironite bars, and I stock them, so I will have a big head start going into chapter 2. No plate. Nope. There is a small step forward. There was a form I need to fill out, so they can give access to my account. So I had to fill out my wallet address and my name, my in-game name, And with this information, the team will give me access to the playtesting. But so far, right now, I haven't been able to playtest. What's gonna happen with hardwood? Yeah, same question. Is softwood to be converted into tier 1 fir wood, and hardwood maybe can become a tier 2 wood? I have no idea, but it sounds logical to me. But yeah, when chapter 2 starts, it will take some time, 3 to 4 weeks. So early to mid June is what I think right now. We'll see. Kill single player gameplay. So yeah, with NFTs being unaffordable, won't this new structure kill single player gameplay? Well, they have a dedicated team working on this type of stuff, and at least as a single player, also free-to-play player, you can upgrade your spec. And after you have upgraded your spec and you also want tier 3 and 4 resources, yeah, you need to find some land, and that can either be public land, like for example this farm you see right here. I'm planning to keep this one open. So yeah, you as a free-to-play player, you can access this land and do anything you want on it, like collecting resources, crafting crops over here, cutting some trees as well. But the more premium players, they can join a guild, for example. And I will talk about the guilds later, maybe. But yeah, it's yeah, I'm not sure how it will work out, but we will see in the near future. What's the difference? Yeah, between the basic kit and the present kit right now. So yeah, you are talking about this mine, for example, and also this woodworking bench. Which tier is this? When we look at chapter 2, that's a very interesting question, and I would love to know the answer, but I don't know yet. Okay, more volume. I need to go into the settings, because I think this is too loud. This is so tests. I think this is better, and I have to switch to the other screen as well. So like this, a little bit too hard, too loud. Yeah, all right. So maybe this is better. Let me know. And otherwise, you can also adjust your own volume. And while we are in this screen right here, we can have a look. Yeah. So I was copy and pasting some stuff right here. Let me make this one bigger because I really like this farm. It's a farm Heidi made in staging, and as she said yesterday, she likes pretty things. Well, it does look pretty. And also this one. So what do we see right here? We see a few farms that are really maxed out, I would say, or pretty much. Oh, and also, oh, why is this happening? So it works, this free program found on Mac OS, but it looks a bit buggy sometimes. Okay, but it works. So let's see, let's zoom in a little bit. I mean, look at this. If you are an NFT farmland owner, oh man, this looks like a dream. It's well organized, and you can find lots of things right here. No, the image is not that high quality, but for example, in the top left, you see these mines. You can see a small mine right here. That's a tier 1. This gold burning fire looking mine, that's a tier 2. It looks great. I would say it almost looks gold, and I thought it could be a tier 4, but no, they went with this gray one as a tier 3 and this silver one as a tier 4, which is also looking very, very nice. So yeah, they changed the artwork a little bit, because last week we talked about the mines like here, like just the size difference, but now you can see they also changed the colors, and yeah, you can really tell the difference between them apart from the size. All right, again, the what is this called, the metal working stations. In the top left, a tier 1, to the right a tier 2, 3 and 4. And you can also see, and it's not that clear on this screen right here, but on the left where the Tyler avatar is, you can see 3 columns of tier 1 soil. Then you have 3 columns of tier 2 soil, tier 3 and tier 4. Which is interesting, but because again you will see that a popberry is a tier 4 resource, and that's also what we saw last week. What did I say? Popberry? No, butterberry. So the yellow butterberries, which is right now the 2nd crop you can get at maybe level 2 or maybe even level 1. Yeah, they will become higher tiered as it looks right now. But you can also see, so only the bottom rows have been planted on, but the first 4 rows, they are empty. And you can see a little bit that there is a bit of a difference between tier 1, 2, 3 and 4. So they all have a visual difference. This is exciting stuff. You can see the different what is it called, the storage chests. Yeah, and this is interesting because this is a tier 5 you see on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this dark, maybe purple, dark blue, almost black. This is a tier 5, and a tier 5 can hold 5 rows of resources. It has 5 rows, so it has 30 slots, so you can put 30 different stacks of resources. So this is this is gem cutting. And gem cutting, I don't think they will start with it with the launch of chapter 2. I think they mentioned, yeah, it will be there, but maybe a little bit later. So I also have no idea. I will show you a screenshot after this. Just give me a few minutes more. So the kiln, and it will be called what is it called? I have it written here. I always keep forgetting the name. Stone shaping. So stone shaping is where you it's previously called a kiln, and now it's called stone shaping. So right here you see the 4 different tiers of kiln or stone shaping. And look at this, the 4 tiers of woodworking. So on the left, and I think this is the woodworking bench we have right now. This is a tier 1. The second column is tier 2, tier 3, and the one on the right is a tier 4. And also different trees. So the golden trees are tier 4. These trees are tier 3. This is tier 2, and then these on the sides, this should be a tier 1, I think. Yeah, probably. All right. So this is a whole completely different NFT land. Again, you can see the different mines. Also different woodworking. It is a big house, not so many soil plots, also not so many trees. On this land the player goes all in on mining and stone shaping. Which is nice, so you can really choose which route you want to go with. And of course, it's obvious this player likes to do some woodworking and tree chopping and forestry and etc. All right, so most of the okay, so this is also interesting. So right now we are talking a lot about these new resources, so the mines, the metalworking, the stone shaping and the woodworking. But what about all of the other resources? Well, they are still in the game. They won't be deleted, but they will stay as is. So for now, and again, it can always change 1 or 2 months later, but they have to start somewhere, right? So for now, they have upgraded a lot of things to the mines, the kilns, or stone shaping, and the woodworking benches, and they introduced a new metalworking industry. But these industries, they won't be upgraded yet. So not in the early chapter 2 stage. So that means, I think this means you will still have the 3 eggs, the normal eggs, the seltsam eggs, and the explosives. You will have some fiber, you will have some slime and the spider slugs. And also the windmill is not being upgraded. Winery will stay the same, and also the grills. And I only show you the green grill right here, but it also means the submarine sizzler and the galactic grill. So all grills, they won't change in the early game of chapter 2. Oh, and also, what is this? I mean, look at this. This is a mine on a space land, and it does not fit any of these mines. So this is interesting. Could this be a tier 5 mine? Or was it just some random artwork they wanted to try out? Or is this actually something different than what we see here? The tier 1, 2, 3 and also 4. Alright. I don't know the answer. So that's also a thing. Yes, we found the leak, but what does it do? I don't know yet. So let me go back to my Twitter, and I have to switch up my screen. Yes, okay. So in the AMA, they talked about this nice spec. This is an NFT land. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna talk about this metalworking, where Luke was trying to upgrade his shears. So right now we have a normal shear, but you can upgrade it because, for example, you need a tier 3 shear when you want to harvest your tier 3 crops. And also an iron bar is being called tier 3. So does it mean that the current iron bar that they will stay as an iron bar and you will have them, they will be tier 3, or will the current iron bars be converted to the first tier? I think it's called copper, and then you will lose the iron bars. I don't know. But what I do know is that I keep collecting these resources to get a head start. Alright, I'm gonna take a few minutes to read through the chat right here. So Esto is also talking about, they explained about tier 5, that seems that will be in a contestable land. I think that you are correct there, but I'm not sure what the purple mine is doing on the land, on the space land we saw a few minutes ago. Oh, I should make a new tweet about this. Makus asks, can I still do the 4-leaf challenge? Yes, you can do it right now. And if chapter 2 takes another 3 to 4 weeks, then you might have enough time if you really go hard on it. If you're starting the 4-leaf challenge, don't start, because it won't be possible in chapter 2. If you don't know what the 4-leaf challenge is, I'm not gonna talk about it right now, but it was a unofficial quest made by me during the last year or so. Is there a tier on grills on upcoming? Nope. Like I said before, the grills, they will be skipped right now. Okay, the sound is better. Nice. Yeah, okay, so Esto is asking, why is there an extra cactus on a water land? Yes, this was mentioned, and I think Heidi said, oh, whoops, maybe there is an error in staging. So right now you can assume that extra cactus will be can only be found on a space land, and a water mint can only be found on waterland, like it has been, like it always has been. And seeing the wrong crops on the wrong lands, that might be a staging error. That's what I know what I think I know right now. Hello from Venezuela. Hi, Augustino. Thank you for being here. Rowan just joined. Well, I was just covering everything we have seen yesterday with the AMA. So if you watched the AMA yesterday, you didn't miss much. Is our small storage interesting? Currently on spec to be transferred to the new spec. Yes, it should be. So everything you have on your spec right now should stay there, and if not, you will get it back in your what is it called in here, the mailbox. All right. Yeah, okay, the resolution is low, yeah, because those are screenshots from a YouTube video, and the resolution they are streaming in, Luke and Heidi, isn't the highest. So yeah, we gotta do with what we have. Bees, chickens and slugs becoming all animal care skill now. I think yes. So Esso is talking about the skills, because right now you have you have the bees right here, you have aviculture, which are the chickens, sluggers, etc. You even had fishing before, it's already gone. But yes, I do believe they will be converted into one central skill, and that is animal care. And lo-fi music. No, I don't. Maybe I will do it next time. That's nice. Thank you for your suggestion, Phil Diamond. How to get tier 5 store? So yes, that's an interesting question. And did I cover this the last time. Yeah, okay. Yes, okay. So this is a screenshot from last week. This is metalworking. If you have a tier 4 metalworking, then you are able to build out a master metalworking kit. And master is called 5. So it's a tier 5. So the basic is tier 1, improved is 2, refined kit is tier 3, elite is tier 4. So that is what we see right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can go up to elite, but you need the tier 4 to build a tier 5. And that's called a master kit. And as you can see, you can also do it. You need another tier 4 kit and some extra resources, and then you can build out a tier 5 kit, or for example probably a tier 5 storage box. So you need a tier 1 to go to 2, you need a tier 2 to go to 3, then you can go to 4, and when you have 4, then you can build everything tier 5. Oh, or can you actually build, or yeah, okay, so wait, maybe for a tier 5 storage chest, you also need a tier 5 woodworking bench. That's interesting. So yeah, here it says you can also build a tier 5 metalworking kit. So maybe you can also build a tier 5 woodworking bench, and in there you can make the storage box, which is interesting because no one has talked about tier 5. I mean, yes, they talked about it being a discoverable lens maybe and stuff like that, but they haven't showed any of the industries. And they say tier 1 and 2 is can be found on your spec, and tier 3 and 4 is on your NFT lens. But where is tier 5? How many grills can I put in my spec? Will it be unlimited like other industries? I would say yes, unlimited, but it is limited by space. So if you have a small spec, maybe you can put 20 of them on it, and you have to upgrade it bigger and bigger to be able to, for example, place 30 or 40 grills on it. But keep in mind, right now grills might be interesting, but everything can change in the future. So who knows, maybe grills isn't the isn't the best way to go anymore. Maybe I'm not sure. We will see. Yeah, purple mine probably another tier. That's what I think. Could this be a tier 5? Well, that's interesting, because this, look at this. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, I know it's low res, but this one is also dark purple. So maybe this is also a tier 5, and both a storage box and also a mine can be placed on the NFT lens. So it could be something like yeah, what is it called? The staging. They are trying things out. They don't have contestable lens yet, maybe. But maybe in the we will see what will happen with tier 5. So Clone is asking the right questions. Will the mine we have right now will be converted as a tier 1 or a higher tier industry? I don't know. It is a question we're all dying to know. but no, I don't have an answer yet. Would be cool if it's a little bit higher, not just a tier 1, but maybe a little bit higher, because they are already pretty expensive. So if it is just a tier 1, how expensive will a tier 4 become? Or will we lose a lot of coins by downgrading the current mines back to a tier 1? And maybe they are also cheaper to make in the future. So the question is, should we build a lot of mines right now? Or is it better to do it after chapter 2? I don't know. When chapter 2? Well, they said 3 to 4 weeks. So that's early June, maybe mid-June. Yeah. That's what I think. Redifferentiator and also business skill. I don't know what will happen with it, and which skill will the gems be. So if I don't have a screenshot of it, but you could see in AMA yesterday that you can also make jam from the fruits or the crops you can harvest. I think those will be cooking. It makes a lot of sense. You can cook these things inside your house. Yeah, you can build a tier 4, but they can only be placed on contestable lands. That makes sense. But yeah, right now it's just guessing. 4 leaves, yeah, it was a challenge. You had to do it by farming. You had to place you had to have 60 4-leaf clovers on your land. Can we put chests inside a spec house? You can place chests in your house right now, so I assume you can also place it inside your spec house. That's the most logical thing I can think of, and I also think, why not? So yes, I think yes. It also saves you space, because if you have 50 chests, then you can place them inside your house, and outside on your spec land you have more space for other industries. I hope so. Carnival area, no idea. Oh yeah, the cotton candy is tier 5. Yeah, so it's really interesting, and I think they're not telling everything about tier 5, because I know contestable lands is not ready yet. I mean, with this upcoming update you will get this. So I'm zooming in, and so all of this right here, this will be the core game loop. But I have no idea about tier 5 or contestable lands. I will mention a special place inside the large NFT lands. What resource do you think we have? Everything. So what resources should we stock up on? Everything. At least that's what I do. Even the stupid resources like this. I mean, they are now stupid, but I know for sure. Now I hope. Oh wait, here. Look at this. I'm working on a full chest of silk ropes, because I already have a chest full of silk cloth, and hopefully it will pay off someday. I mean, right now, oh wait, I do have more. Right now slime is really cheap, so yeah, why not? And yes, all other stuff I keep on stockpiling. So look at this. I have some nice storage chests right here, and if you go in here you can see I have some honey and some other stuff. I was trying to organize it, but as you can see it's not really organized. Oh, here, this is nice. Oh, an empty spot. Oh, so yeah, I'm it's all mixed up. Oh, here, this is a row of water mints. Nice. Here I got my popberries and everything else. Some grumpkins. Yep, grumpkins, water mints, some energy, some more honey, etc. More energy. Oh, my potions. So yeah, I'm ready for the future. I hope, I think, but of course, the newer. I don't have any other new crops, so yeah, I might have a head start on, for example, popberries, because I've got a lot of popberries or some water mint you saw here. But what if you only need just a handful of water mint and you need a lot of new things like higher tiered wood, which I don't have right now, or yeah. So yes, it will help me, of course, and otherwise I can sell it for coins. But yeah, I think the gameplay will be a bit mixed with older resources and also the newer resources. Well, at least I don't have to farm a lot. I can really dive into the mining and also wood chopping, I think. Yeah, so we're talking about what tier will this mine be going into chapter 2. Crops tier leaks. Yes. Maybe I can do it next time. I will. So what crops do we have and which tier are they? So for example, the cotton candy you can make in the carnival area, though they look like they will be tier 5. And the current butterberry, so the butterberries, which we have a lot of, those look like they will become tier 4. So that's interesting. Let's see. Can level 60 farming access all the tiers and crops? Yep, maybe not. Yeah, let me explain that in a while. Just give me a second. Prepare everything in game. You have lands. What do you mean with that? Prepare everything in game. You have lands. Well, what I suggest is have at least one mine, one kiln, and one woodworking bench. If you can manage to have that, then you will have a head start. Just a little bit. You can always place it on your own spec, and you can do everything. Even if it is converted back to tier 1, you already have it and you can build things straight away. Yeah. When is the beta testing for real players? So they have invited me, but I don't have access yet. So it will come. Yes. Oh yo. Hi sir, how can I supposed to reach level 5 in forestry when I can only cut 2 trees in 24 hours? How am I supposed to level up in Granger when so many people are already waiting for a chance? So yes, that's interesting. And for now, I would say that's why you want to be in a guild. For example, this week we made some changes inside our guild. Right now we have almost 10 lands. I can show you. Why not? I can show you what we have done inside our land. Let's go to here. This is a large land with dense forests. As you can see, we have divided our trees into trees. And when players, so we have a pretty active Discord group. So if you're from Pop and watching the video right now, just type in the chat how good this is working, or not, but I think it is working very, very well for most of us. So lots of players are helping each other. Hey, Esto. With a new chibi. A lot of players are helping each other out, and they are sharing trees among each other. So in the Discord, we let each other know when new trees are popping up. And also Sky the Flash says it's awesome. And inside a well-organized guild, it doesn't have to be my guild, but it very well can be, of course. In a well-organized guild, you will have a better chance of chopping woods. For example, let me show you this. So this is just one land, but we also have this land. So again here you will see all of these trees. So what happens? We have synced all the trees, so all the trees will grow at the same time. We have a few players monitoring the growth time of the trees. So they will write a message in Discord, hey, on land 2422, the trees will be there in a few minutes. So come to 2422. So let's say there are 5 players waiting here. Then every player has at least 3 trees and maybe a few others, maybe 4 or maybe 5 trees. And you can easily divide them. You can say, I'll take green and you can take orange. And then the other player can take yellow, and player number 5, you can take pink. And then you can cut them. And we also agreed with each other to not cut the stumps, because when you stop right here at these stumps, the trees will grow back in 2.5 hours, and if you cut them all the way down, then the trees will grow back in 5 hours. Yes, you do get a little bit more wood when you also cut the stump, but it doesn't weigh out this strategy, because there is a smaller chance of getting sap and hardwood. So it's really better to wait, to stop at the stump and wait 2.5 hours. So every 2.5 hours players can cut trees. And like I said, we have 10 lands right now in our guild. So yeah, you can calculate that those are a lot of trees if you want to level up your forestry. So yeah, that's why you might want to join a guild, and also do your research and join a properly managed guild. And yes, we have been going hard inside Pop. Pop is the best. Yay. Oh, 3499. There's a... So we are calling them 3 parties. That is when... Let's see if there are other players right now. Ah yes, so here you can see there are some players hanging out because they chopped the trees. I think we just missed it. But these are our guild members. And they just chopped the trees. All right, it's an awesome system. Yeah. How can I join your guild? So below this video, you will find 2 links. One link is to our Discord, and the other link is where you can buy a shard. And a shard does cost pixel tokens, and it's going up slowly every day because new players are joining. We're almost a top 10 guild right now. Oh, we have to go to 4091 because there's another 3 party. It's the last land in the cycle. There's Denise. He's always helping us having the trees organized. So look at this. A lot of guild members here. You can see that the trees are spawning. Hello YouTube, yay. And as you can see, almost all the trees, they appear at the same time, because this is how we organized our guild. Okay, so it's not the main theme of the video, but it is nice to see how a well-organized guild works. So everyone has a space, and they will start chopping very soon. We are live, yes. Get one each. So yeah, go. See, Denise is helping us. And everyone was waiting at a row, and now they are chopping. So this is how you can level up your forestry, by being in a well-organized guild. All right, let's see. Okay, so one last question about the guild. Are you going to cap the amount of people in the guild? Yes or no. We will see. Okay, yeah, okay. Let's not dive into the guild too much. Am I going to cap it? Maybe. Maybe it will happen automatically, because right now a guild chart costs 300 pixel. And maybe people will find it too expensive, and then newer players cannot join anymore. So it's an automatic cap on the amount of guild members. I mean, are you willing to pay 1000 pixel to be in my guild? If so, then you can easily join. But if people think, oh, 1000 pixel, that is too much, then it's capped by your own maximum amount you want to pay. Let's see. All right. So we have the shears right here. You need a tier 3 shears to be able to cut tier 3 crops. And as you can see, yes, this is maybe a better image. You have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 and tier 4. So as you can see, if you plant some crops right here, other players cannot use the same soil. Maybe I can copy this, and I will paste it on my whiteboard, which I can work with later. Wait, where am I? Oh, here. So if you plant seeds on a soy plot, other players cannot use those plots, and they also cannot steal your full-grown crops. So up until yesterday, I thought they would be able. So when you plant pawberries, here in the bottom left, for example, when you plant pawberries, other players can steal your crops, but that is not possible. But they will take up some space. So as you can see in this screenshot, Heidi has planted all of these crops at the bottom, but for example, when I go to this land right now, I cannot plant at the bottom, because I will see those crops from Heidi, and it is taking up space. So I have to wait until Heidi can harvest them, and then it will free up a soil plot. But if you let them die, other players can steal your seeds and free up the plot. Okay, so you know, for example, from the grumpkins, crops can die. So at that moment, other players can only then other players can harvest the dead crops, even if they are not yours, and you will get the seeds, and you can also plant new seeds on the empty soil plot. I hope that makes sense. Yes, they can steal dead crops. Yes, will it be possible to close or open the spec for others? I think they mentioned yes. Yes, when your crops die, other players can steal. Yep, only then. So, but it is good practice to not let your crops die. Maybe they adjust those times as well. Yeah, we'll see. A lot of things will change. And here you can see the Neprico here in the middle on the tier 3. And you can also see that a butterberry is tier 4, at least in staging. It's not in the live game, so maybe they are just fooling around with us, but it could be that butterberry will become tier 4. A screenshot is different metalworking industries. Okay, so we talked about this. This is metalworking tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's also nice that these signs are here, so I hope they will come to the live game as well. It would be very helpful to create these signs and put them up there. So again, this is all the mines, tier 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have different colors, but also different sizes. So you can place not as many mines, tier 4 mines, as you can with tier 1. 5 tiers of storage boxes. So we have seen in the video that a tier 5 has 5 rows, so 30 slots. Oh, what is this? No. Yep. So maybe a tier 4 has 4 rows and tier 3, 3, etc. Oh yeah, so I wanted to talk about this. This is a tier 5 again. So this is what Heidi said. This is a tier 5 gem cutting. And it is weird. This is blue and not purple. So that's a bit weird, because we almost came to the conclusion that a tier 5 would be dark purple, but now it is blue. You can have raw material, probably found in mines, and you can shape them here to nice looking gems. So this obviously looks like a pixel, and my question was, is this an actual pixel you can earn, or is it just decoration of something else? Inside your house, so yes, you have your own bed, and inside your bed you can sleep to charge your energy. And in here you can see you can decorate your house. So it looks like these stones, they are normal, but you can have some wallpaper, some strokes here. And there's also a where is it? Here. If you look at the bottom left, this is a turning tool, and with this tool you can rotate, no, not rotate, you can flip it. You can mirror an image from the left to the right. So right now you have, sometimes you have these things, you want to mirror it because it looks better on your land or something. It looks like you can do it in the future with this rotating tool. So it will come next to the mover and remover. You also have a rotation tool, which is nice if you like aesthetics. If you want your land to be pretty, you can rotate it. At least it will help to have things symmetrical, for example. You will get your own swimming pool inside your house. And at this moment, it does not have a function. It is not a sauna, because you have your bed where you can recharge energy. but maybe you'll get another function in the future. And there is a solarium, and it's exclusive to large house traits. So you will see on different lands you have a small house or a large house. It is tied to the NFT trait, and only the large house will have these solariums. And in here you can plant these flowers, and this is the only place where you can grow them. It does not have utility, but you can see right here. Let me scroll up a little bit. So these are the flowers. I cannot zoom in more, but you see here a green one, purple one, and a blue one. It is also found in the garden of the guild castle. Those flowers, you can create them inside your large house. These are the 4 T's of cooking. So probably 1 on the left, 2, 3, and 4. And it also has an elevator. So you might remember the elevator in the what is it called? The pixels. It used to be the mayor house. I'm not sure what it's called again, but the big house inside Terra Villa. It has a big elevator. It goes down to the yes, the Pixels HQ. Thank you. It goes down to the caves, and you can also access the caves from your own house. I don't have a screenshot, but you will have the purple caves. You might have seen them before. Again, a screenshot of all the woodworking benches. This land looks nice. Oh yeah, mines. They work differently in chapter 2. It almost looks like maybe a little bit like the snakes. I mean, you need a sword to cut off the snake's head. And sometimes you miss, and sometimes you get one. So with these mines, you need to use a pickaxe, and sometimes you get something out of the mines, and sometimes you don't. But with a higher tiered pick, they will give you a better chance of finding something in your mine. So with a tier 1 pick, you have I don't know, 30% chance. With a tier 4, you have I don't know. Tier 4. So maybe with tier 4 it's higher. Maybe you have 60 or 70% chance of finding stuff inside the mine. And also, if you want to mine a tier 4 mine, you need a tier 4 pick. So that's the reason why you want to level up your tools as well. Yeah, and it looks like it will cost less energy, and the cooldown time is also shorter. So yeah, they wanted you to play more and wait less. So it makes sense that yeah, you can do more things and not wait 1.5 hours before you can mine again. And some other things. Let's talk about bots. Tier 1 and 2 can be found on a spec land, and they can still be botted because everyone can start a new wallet and a new account, and then you have your own spec. And also botters can create a spec land like this. So especially tier 1 and maybe also tier 2, they will be botted quite a lot, I think. But if you progress through the game, you will be able to get higher tiers. But for the higher tiers, you need NFT land access and higher tiered tools. So with this, they are, and also higher levels. Oh yes, that's right here. You also need higher skill levels to be able to use those tools. So yes, you can buy a level tier 4 pick to use them in a mine. But what if you also need level 20 in mining to be able to use this tier 4 pick? So no, a botter. So at first I thought, oh yeah, but then a botter can just buy a tier 4 pick and then yeah, it can bot a lot. But you also need higher skill levels. Like right now, the botters, they probably do a lot of pawberries and clovers, maybe some butterberries. But the botters, the multi-accounters, they don't do anything with Voitonium, or they don't do anything with Machchucks. Why? Because they're already banned before they get to level 32 to do something with Machchucks. And they also cannot reach level 10 in mining because they are banned already. So with this mechanism, they will try to make it less appealing for botters. Of course, there will be ways found around it, but hey, we will see in the future how that works. And also, a lot of lands might be closed. As you saw it here, we have some closed lands, and on those lands, only our guild members will have access. All right, let me see what I can. What I can write down here. Because right now, what did we learn from yesterday's AMA? I don't have the images ready to make something look nice here, but let me grab. I think I have this. No, not yet. Give me a second. Okay, this could work. Right. Oops. Can I cut this a little bit? Can I crop this? Nope. Too bad. Okay. So you need to upgrade to a tier 3 to be able. Let's see if we can write something above it. You need to upgrade your tools and also your levels to get higher tiered resources. Does this make sense? So you need to go from a tier 1 shear to a tier 2 to be able to let me grab that image as well. Here. All right. Okay, right here you can see when you start, you have a tier 1 shears. You can easily make pawberries. You can also craft pawberries. But if you want to harvest clovers, you can buy seeds, but you cannot harvest them because you don't have a tier 2 shears. So first you need to go to a metalworking station, which is this one. Metalworking, those square things. And over here you can upgrade your shears, and then you are able to collect these resources. And of course, you probably can only buy those resources when you level up. So just like you have now, you need to level up to what is it, level 3 I think for the clovers. And before you are level 3, you also need to have the shears. And when you go to tier 3, you might need to be level 10 before you can buy these Naprico seeds. And then you also need this bronze shears. And then, only then, you can cut these crops on the tier 3. And the same goes for tier 4. So there are two ways, two things you need to level: your tools and also your levels. Yep, like this. I wish they do only level 32 farming level, that they can farm NFT lands so bots cannot come to NFT lands. Interesting. Well, yeah, okay, so you want the lands to be gated by skill levels. But it also means that when someone is in a guild, he's a young player, or she, and they want to be in a guild to be able, so you have seen how we organize the tree cutting. And what if you are a lower leveled player and you want to take advantage of that? You should have access to NFT lands, right? I mean, for now, my guild is open for lower leveled players. The only thing is you need to buy the guild shards, and it's 300 pixel right now. So yeah, of course you can earn it in game, or you can buy it. You can buy the pixel tokens, but for right now it doesn't matter if you're lower level or not. You can join my guild. It makes sense to fight bots by having having your land gated by higher levels, but it kinda is gated. I mean, yes, the bots can still do tier 1 and tier 2, for example, but it looks like you really need a lot of things before you get to tier 3 and tier 4. When will it be updated? 3 to 4 weeks. Playtesting will start soon, I hope, and then they will take all the feedback, make it a better game. So yeah, 3 to 4 weeks. Does metalworking, is it to metalworking because you can cut the higher crop? Let's see, does metalworking is connected to metalworking? Low for, okay, let me see if I understand the question from Alpha best. Connected to metalworking because you can't cut the higher crop with Yeah, you can't cut the higher crop with low farming skills. Yes, but you also cannot do it right now. I mean, if you are a beginner player, you cannot start with scarabs because you have to level up to level 15, and at level 15 you get the scarab seeds. The only thing they add right now is that you need higher tiered shears to be able to get those scarabs. And yes, maybe I understand your question, because maybe you also need a high level of metalworking before you are able to use those shears. So it doesn't. Okay. So yes, you can buy those shears, but maybe you also need metalworking as a higher level. Ah. Oh, okay. Does metalworking, is it connected to farming skills, because you can cut higher tiers even if the metal is high skilled? Yeah, yeah. So you need to upgrade your levels, but which level? I mean, so this is an interesting question. What is it here? So you need to upgrade. A little bit bigger. Upgrade. What is it? Farming to get seeds, and upgrade. What is it? Metalworking to get better shears. Shears plus. So the plus is better, and also use it. This is interesting, because now you need to level up 2 skills, not just 1. Otherwise you can buy it. Otherwise you I like this one. So do we understand? No, it's okay, alphabet. No need to apologize for the first question. I like to discover these things together with all of us. So to upgrade, you need to upgrade farming to get seeds, and metalworking to get the shears, and also use it. Otherwise you just need a high farming level and you can buy the shears, so you never need to upgrade your metalworking. I like this one better, because now you need to dive into 2 different industries before you are able to harvest a tier 3 or 4. And the same goes with what is it called? Forestry, because I think you can. Oh, it doesn't say here. Oh, you can. Okay, you can make a. It might be here. Where is it? Oh, here. Oh, it's also metalworking. You can make an axe at woodworking. So you also need to level up forestry and woodworking to be able to get to chop down higher tiered trees. So even if you eliminate bots, there are still too many players, only 5,000 NFT lands. Many players will just be hanging on just spec. Yes. And yes, when there are too many players, so let's say there are 1 million players and only 5,000 lands. When we look at this, how many players do you think it can provide a good experience? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is, so this, let's say 15, a little over 15 mines and all the other industries. So if if there's a land with 15 mines, how many players can it provide value? There's also a question I would like to know as a guild manager. So for a proper functioning guild, how many lands do you need per amount of players? Can one land provide value to 10 players, or only 4, or maybe 20? And what's also a nice question, should we see, so no, let's assume you are in a guild who owns multiple lands. That's one thing you need. Do you want to see let's say a guild has 3 lands. Do you want to see a land that is dedicated to trees like this? And do you want to see land number 2 dedicated to metalworking and mining? And land number 3 is dedicated to the other industries. Let's not forget we still have these industries. They are still here. So let's say these industries can be found on number 3. Or do you want to see a mix like this? A little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of these stone shaping, the kilns, and some trees. And this is the other. This one is heavy on mining and stone shaping and metalworking. So the original question was, how can we play a game when there are millions of players with only 5,000 lands? Also, don't forget that there are pets. Also, don't forget there will be other things going on in the future. So this is the base loop inside the game, which is farming. But we already have pets, and they want to do some PvP with pets in the future. So what if later in the game you just need a few resources, but the big meta is around the PvP with pets? So, okay, I do not have experience with Xe, so maybe I'm saying really weird things right now. But what if the game evolves in a way that you need some resources to acquire the best pets there are, and the game transforms a little bit, going to Xe Infinity, where you can fight with your pets to other pets. But you need to do some farming, you need some resources to upgrade your pets, to give them energy, to give them maybe a better weapon or maybe something else. So that way, and that the real gameplay is around these pets fighting with each other or battling. Then we can, yes, there is some need for these farms, but the real gameplay is around pets. Or maybe it can be both. Maybe there is a core game loop for farming, and people who like to farm, they can farm, but they will expand the pets fighting for maybe a whole different group of players. Just a brain fart. just an idea that pops up, because this is why I like to do these type of videos. You always get other opinions, other ideas, some questions I never thought about. So there are no stupid questions, just let me know. Let's see. Yeah, I guess if you buy it, you still cannot use it if it doesn't match your tier, yeah, or level, I would say, yeah. So this is an interesting thought. We will see if it works like this or not. What nobody talked about is the first thing everyone will need is a higher metal making skill. Everyone will start with level 0 before anybody can do anything else in the game. Higher metal making skill. Okay, yeah, interesting. Before anyone can do anything in the game, so you can buy the tier 1 shears, and you can also buy the tier 1 axe, and you can also buy the tier 1 magnifying glass, but you can also craft it. So you can really start with metalworking at 0, because you can buy the shears at Hazel's shop. Yeah. Is that answering your question, Esto? And sorry if Christoph Capera. Yeah, so this is still. I mean, there are pros and cons to this. Only a high level in farming to plant the tier 4 and 5 crops, and no need to have a high level in metalworking to use the 4 and 5 tools. Yeah. 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 So there are, as far as I can see, there are 2 ways. It's either limited to your farming level, or it can also be tied to your metalworking skill. I like that it can also be tied to metalworking, but I'm lacking the bigger picture of if it's doable. I have a video on my pet review. It is a video at the end of December, so it's 5 months old. It was also a live video when I revealed my pet. Oh, how to get a pet? Yeah, it is. Okay, that's how I revealed my pet. How to get one? It is not possible at this moment. The first 250 pets were won with the carnival. The other 3,000 pets were for higher leveled players, and it cost 500 pixel. And there are a few pets that have been won by people, by players, but otherwise right now there is no option to get a new pet. Otherwise than buying one on from the Mavis marketplace. Yes, Carnival is coming back, but not right now. It's not a priority. This stuff we're talking about now, this is a priority, and this will come first. So if you want, you can hold on to your tickets if you have the space for it. If you don't have the space, yeah, you can throw them away, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm not throwing them away. I have space, so I do save them. Yes, but somebody at the first days will need to do the tools to sell in the markets. That's what I mean. But for doing tier 2 plus, you will need some skill in metalworking. Yes. You can, for example, so this is a copper bar. This is a C, and this is a capital B. It says copper bar. So you need to make a lot of copper bars to level up to tier 2, so you can make a better tier. So not sure if I do understand it, but making them. So yeah, at first you have to make a lot of copper bars, is what I think, before you can get to a tier 2. Hazel and the spec task would be the same or different. Not sure what task you are talking about, Daniel. Is Carnival yeah, I already answered. So we can use tickets. Yes, we can use tickets, but not right now. So in the future, someday there will be new events. But if you have been following the team or my live videos, the first priority is this. And later when everything has settled down, there will be time and energy for the carnival. How much level? Yep, I have no idea. So when can you get to the tier 3 and 4? At this moment I have no idea. What I do know is it will probably be hard for a beginner, but when you are playing right now, let's switch to this. When you're playing right now, you probably have some higher skill levels. So my farming is at 53, so I assume I have at least tier 3, tier 2, tier 3, and maybe even a tier 4 unlocked. I hope so. And maybe this can all change, so maybe they will change this 53 and it will actually become a 30 in the chapter 2. They can play around with the amount of XP you got. But I assume that when I'm 53 right now, I have access to tier 3 and maybe even tier 4. Oh wait, you are because they are coming. Okay. So the Hazel and the spec tasks would be the same or different. So yes, inside your house you can access. Do I have it here? Yes. Let me switch the screen again. So, and here. Inside your house. I talked about it yesterday. So you have to look very careful at the background. So here you see a task board, but in the background you see that we are not in Hazel's shop. No, we are inside your own house, and this is a spec house. So from your house you can access your task board, and I assume it is the same task board as Hazel's shop. Yeah, I also think you can still go to Hazel and access your task board over there. But I do not think there are two different task boards. No. The only thing that will be different in the future is a separated guild task board, where you have to work together as a guild to deliver as much items as possible. But there is I do not think there is a separate house task board or a spec task board and also a separate Hazel's task board, because you can also, you have a spec house and you have an NFT land house, and that would mean you would have 3 task boards: the one at Hazel, the one at your spec shop, and the one at your NFT land if you own one. No, that's too much. I would say it is the same task board, but it is a different shortcut. Butterberry will be tier 4. As far as I can tell, yes. But, and I'm not sure if I said it already in this video, everything you see here can be completely changed when chapter 2 goes live. So you can see that clovers are tier 2. Maybe this is just for demonstration purposes, and clovers will become tier 1. And butterberry, I mean, butterberry is a crop that is been played with a lot. So I think if you have been playing for a few weeks, you can easily have a 1 or maybe more stacks of butterberries. That means that you already have tier 4 resources going into chapter 2. So yes, it looks like it will be tier 4 from these videos, but they can change it anytime. If you have a winery already, then yes, you can have a winery on your spec. You can already have it right now. The thing is, you cannot build a winery. I do not think it is rare. It will. I do not think it will be possible to build one. But if you already own one, yes, you can place it on your spec. But you can already do it right now. You can place one industry on your spec, and yes, it can be a winery. Yeah, so the taskboard will be the same. How can I get a spec house? Right now it is not possible, but when chapter 2 is here, you will have this beginner's spec. So you have a house, you have some soil, you have a small mine, a tier 1 mine, and a few trees. So this is how your spec will look like when the chapter 2 update is here. When is the chapter 2 update? In 3 to 4 weeks. So early June. And I think you will get a house instantly. You don't have to build it. It is just there. So this picture, of course, there can be some small changes, but this picture is what you get when you open up the game in chapter 2. Also newer players, this is what you get going into chapter 2. Alpha Best is still talking about, yeah, it's interesting. I think it will be the same as low skill and high skill. Yeah, so just like this, will the farming and metalworking be tied together? We can also say that about the stone shaping and the mining. I kind of like it that they will be tied together, but maybe it creates too much of a bottleneck. Yeah, and it's too easy to say, oh, I just buy a tier 4 shears. It would be interesting to, yeah, who knows. There are people better at this than me. But yeah, I can see that there are different ways to approach this, and what is the best? I have no idea at this moment. But hey, we will know soon when playtesting is here. Yeah, there's a locked winery blueprint at the innovation building. Yes, but in the past there was also a beehive, and there have been other things as well in the past. And they also removed it and stuff like that. Okay, so again, they have been focusing on this. Let's see, on these industries. Oh, it's blacking out. Where is it? So during the AMA, they have been focusing on these industries and these progression in the game. But maybe, hey, it would be a great surprise Maybe they throw in some extra stuff like a craftable winery. Maybe. It would suck for the players who bought a winery for a lot of real money. I think a couple of $100, maybe $1,000. I think if you want a winery right now, you have to buy it off someone, and I think it's quite expensive in real money, not even coins or stuff like that, but real money. This small land will be available for everyone. Yes, it is called a spec land, and right now you do have a spec in game. It is the land you buy for 100 coins. And yes, you as a free-to-play player, you can get this beginner's spec. And the funny thing is, or the good thing is, you as a free-to-play player can upgrade this almost free land. I mean, 100 coins, that is not much. You can upgrade this land to this size if you want. It was talked about last week. You need to upgrade it with coins and also with pixel. But the good thing is you can earn the pixel inside the game. So you don't actually need to buy pixel from an exchange or from Katana or something like that. No, you can earn pixel in game and upgrade your spec, and it will look like this. You can see the size difference, eh? So here it's not that big, but right here it is way wider, bigger. You even have a bigger house. You can place many trees on it, a lot of mines and other things. So yes, you can upgrade this even if you don't own an NFT land, because an NFT land is way bigger and can look like this. So it is bigger, but it also has different tiers. And with different tiers, you will get better resources, and with better resources, you can earn more pixel rewards. Is the tier 2 a skill level? Okay. So when yeah, so that's almost a little bit like this. Do you need a higher tier level? No, a higher skill level to be able to create different tiers? Yes. Yes. Because just like now, I mean, let's say when you go to a mine, you can get clay, you can get salt blocks, and you can get voidtonium. And just like now, you need a higher level to get the more rare resources. So let's say clay is tier 1, salt is tier 2, and voidtonium is tier 3. You need higher skill levels. You need to go to level 10 to be able to get tier 3, the voidtonium resources. Carnival tickets, not right now. It will come back in the future. I talked about it a few minutes ago. What will be the motivation to improve your spec if all the resources you can get from it will be dominated by 90% of the players and bots? Cheap or it is cheap or worthless? Interesting. Well, right now, I mean, I can see this as a huge step going forward in the fighting against bots, especially tier 3 and tier 4 resources. It will be much harder for botters and other bad players to get those. but you are talking about tier 1 and tier 2 because those are found on your spec. Yesterday Luke also mentioned we're going all in on on eliminating the bots. So this tiering structure, and you need to progress through the game and stuff like that. That's the first step. But they are doing more and more other things to fight against bots. So yes, in the beginning, I think there will be a lot of botters. So tier 1 and tier 2 will be flooding the market, although it will be less than it is right now, because right now there is nothing stopping them. You can easily set up 100 wallets and play with them really easy. I mean, I have no experience, but I've seen some videos from other players, some other people, and it looks like it's really easy if you have some basic knowledge. It will be a little bit more difficult. So tier 1 can still be easy. Tier 2 is already a little bit more difficult. So they are taking the right steps in the right direction, I think. But we have to look at the bigger picture. Yes, tier 1 will be botted, and also tier 2 a little bit. But take a look at the bigger picture. In the future, they will find out better things to fight the bots. And again, this is a game, and this is a company. This is not just, hey, I want to earn some pixel and or sell some coins over the counter. No, this is a company with lots of real people working on it, and they like every company, they want to do well, they want to grow, they want to provide a salary for their employees and stuff. So it's also in their own interest to work on this. And again, so have you been following Grand Theft Auto, what is it, 6 that's coming right now? How long does it take to make this game? What is it now? Is it already 10 years that GTA 5 has come out? Maybe, yeah, it should be 10, right? So it takes 10 years, maybe 11, 12, to get a new title out. GTA 6. What you are experiencing right now, this is a game built in public. So yes, there are some mistakes made. Yes, people will find loopholes, but think about if they progress like this and give them another year, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 years. I mean, that is their goal. Most players right now, they just want to get their 5 pixel, 6, maybe 10 pixel a day from the taskboard, and then say, yay, I earned something playing a game. That's okay. If you like to do that, that's okay. Just play and have fun. But the company's idea is to build a long-lasting game, and that takes time. So in the short run, yes, there will be things that don't look pretty, it will be botted, but they're also building out technology that would prevent those botters in the long run. And that's their main goal, and with the Pixels team. So Luc and his team, their main goal is to provide value over a longer time, because they are not interested in earning 10 pixel today for 40 cents. That's not much. No, they want to provide a salary for their families in the next 10 years, the next 20 years, maybe the next 30 years. So look at the bigger picture. It's all what I say. Let's see. What about the carnival? Oh yeah, okay, I already answered that. As a long-time player, are you excited for this chapter? Yes, I am, of course. It adds a lot of extra depth to the game. So that's what I'm excited for. It has been a while since I created a long-form video. I've been doing a lot of lives lately, but that's because I know there's a lot of things coming. So when I create a video right now, it will be nerfed in a week because all of these updates coming in. So yes, I am excited to play around with the tiers, to help other players as well with my videos and inside my guild. But this particular upgrade seems a bit small in comparison to what's to come. So it basically is still the same gameplay. It just adds a little bit more depth. So you have different mines, you have different tiers of trees, you have a few different recipes, different industries, and that's what's needed to have a healthy economy. There's also what will provide some new gameplay, some new strategy, but I think the more interesting stuff is what's happening after this. And I'm talking about guilds. I really like the guilds gameplay, even though right now it is really, really basic. But I'm having a lot of fun in my Discord and stuff like that. If you were here early in this video, you have seen we have created some pretty cool structures where everyone has a fair chance of, for example, leveling up their forestry skills and stuff like that. So guilds is something I'm really excited about, but also pets. I mean, we have these pets right now, but they want to play create a different core game loop around pets. So we have farming. Just look at this farm right here. But also pets will become its own thing inside the game, and that will change the gameplay a lot. So a long answer, yes, I'm excited, but this feels a bit basic. More of the same, a little bit more in depth. But the other things, like guilds and pets, that's what I'm more excited about. It's time to grind to get more resources. Yes. And which resources? All of them. What is the use of upgrading spec, and what about who buy land? Is there any advantage? What is the use of upgrading specs? So upgrading specs, just take a look at this. You start with the left and you can end up with the right, the fully upgraded spec. So you have better resources and more. Or should you buy a land, and what is the advantage? So take a look. So when you upgrade your spec, you will get this. But when you own a land, you can have this, or maybe this. Or if you like to go crazy on wood, you can have this. What is the advantage of this? Well, you have an NFT. That NFT can go up in price. So if you sell it later, you might have some profit, or you lose some if it goes down. That's also possible, of course. So there's a whole different play outside of the game. But if you look inside the game, well, you can close this land and have it for yourself. That's one thing. Or you can rent it out. That's another thing that's happening right now. You can rent out your land to other players and actually earn some money passively. I'm not sure what the ROI is, but hey, if you're into that, you can you can try it out. But if you look at gameplay, well, if you market your lands, other players will give you resources in a way that, let's have a look. Let's have a look. For example, when I go to this land, I get 1% of all of these players as a surplus, so they don't have to pay me. But for example, you see here 1, 2, 3, 4 players are harvesting stuff, and 1% of what they harvest will end up in my silo. So I get free resources because other players are using these resources, are collecting these resources, and I get 1% of it. So this silo is where it ends up. So there have been many players have been planting pawberries and scarrets and also other stuff. So that is a thing. If you have if you are a small player, but you do have a nice group of friends, maybe let's say 5 friends or maybe 10 friends, maybe you can buy a land together and you can close it. And with the 5 of you, you can play on this land and earn some real pixel, because on a NFT land you will get access to higher tiered resources, and with higher tiered resources you get a better task board. Here, as you can see, you can get tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, and all those high tiered resources, they will earn you more pixel. So NFT farm, especially if you own it, you have a higher chance of getting more pixel tasks and also higher pixel tasks. Do you need to own a NFT land? No, you can always use someone else's land. For example, if you go to an NFT land right now, you can already use it. There will be some restrictions in the future, but you are still able to use some of these lands. I think they would be like 1 to 10 would be tier 1, 10 to 20 would be tier 2, then go on. Yeah, that could be. But that means that you need to be level 40 to be able to get Butterberry. So we'll see. Is it possible that they will change or add some recipes to craft something? Yes, it's 100% possible. As you can see, you can find new shears. That's a new recipe. You can... this is a bronze bar, so you can collect bronze stones or something and you can create a bronze bar. You can create copper magnifying glasses, etc, etc. And for all other things, we have seen this. Butterberry pie is a thing, and here popberry jams. You can create all of these things. So yes, new recipes will be added, and maybe some of the old ones will change. That's possible. Botters will probably not invest to get tier 2. So that's actually good. That means only tier 1 will be botted, and tier 2 is already has already more value. So if that's a thing, that's great. Then we only have to worry about tier 1, and it will give you an advantage if you as a serious player upgrade to tier 2. Yep, single soil use will also affect the players. Yes, it definitely will. But is it per se in a negative way or not? I mean, now you can plant unlimited resources, unlimited crops. You can plant potberries all day long, which means the value is not that high because there are so many crops flooding the market. They will go up in price when there is less, when people are planting these things less than they are doing now because it's single soil use. So it will definitely change the economics. Is it in a good way? I hope so, because this is the way the team is moving forward. Is it in a bad way per se? Maybe, yeah, no, not really. But that's so if you think it will negatively impact the economy, stock up on all these resources while you can, because they will go up in value. You will get more coins. Yeah, it's also an opportunity right now. Yep, apparently you can cover your spec entirely in soil if you choose. Yes, you can. If you want, you can, which may be good or bad. I can see both sides. Yeah, so the botting will probably stop at tier 1. But yeah, we will see. Single use soil is a time waste. We'll see. Also, to upgrade spec will probably cost a lot. Yep, it will not be spent but staked, so bots will lose a lot when discovered. So all of these things are interesting. So Watch and Play is talking about that upgrading a spec will cost a lot. Yeah, and when they are discovered and banned, then they will lose their investment. So I think probably from tier 2 and up, those resources will be safe, or somewhat safe, of course. Yeah, an astrocactus planted in waterland. Did we see it here? No. I don't have a screenshot of it, but it looks like it was just an error in the staging area. They haven't confirmed nor denied what it will be in chapter 2. For now, I assume it was an error, and you still need water mint on a waterland, and you still need to farm astrocactus on a spaceland. Again, a lot of things you see right now can be changed and will be changed. I mean, look at this. Okay, this is just artwork, but last week, this is what the mines look like, just a size difference. But right now, the mines also have different colors. So in a week, they changed a few things. Land minting, nope. Not right now, maybe, hopefully never, otherwise our investment will go down really, really hard, but we'll see. Yeah. Someone got 14 pixels a day. That's nice. Then you can upgrade your stuff. Yes. Let's see. All right. Let's see if there are other questions. Yeah, it is hard to get some pixel. You do need to grind, but if you get 15, 14 pixel a day, then it is what, 2 weeks? No, 20 days. 20, so 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So this is an interesting, but you might have noticed it during the AMA last week. They said the current trees on your land will be converted to tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 and tier 4 trees. So if you have a large land which has a dense tree trait, you have 36 trees, I believe. Is it 36 or 32? Those trees will be on your land, and some of them will be converted to higher tiered trees. All players from all lands will be able to build trees. So in the future, it might take a few weeks, a few months, or maybe a year, but in the future, almost all lands will have trees because you can build them and place them on your land. This also makes the current NFT trade worthless, because now, if you want trees right now in the game, the only way to get trees is to pay for the NFT trade, and that is probably a bit higher than other NFTs without the trees. But that difference in monetary value will disappear completely when everyone can build the trees. So there is a little bit of talk like that it is not a good idea, because yes, those NFT landholders with trees, they get a head start, so they have tier 4 straight away, but in the end it doesn't matter anymore. So what to do? There are some talks about it. Maybe they can provide something else. Maybe so. What could be interesting is a higher drop rate. So if you have a higher tiered, if you have a higher density, then you can have a higher drop rate of trees, of stuff falling from your trees. So for example, right now you have a small percentage to get sap. Maybe they can up the drop rate when you have dense trees or the light trees trait. Or maybe they can have the growth time shorter, a shorter growth time. So for example, now it takes 2.5 hours if you need to before your trees grow back. Maybe if you have a light tree density, it can become 2 hours, and if you have a dense trait, it can become 1 hour, 1.5 hours. That's also things that would be helpful, and it will still respect that you have bought a more rare tree density trait. I hope it makes sense what I'm saying. But they acknowledged it, that it could be a problem, and they are talking about it behind the scenes. Would you suggest on them to make restrictions so landowner can leave his land public, but you can cut trees, for example, so you can still, yeah. So those things of managing lands and also guilds, I really want to see those. So Mohammed Anter says, what if you can leave your land public but only close down the trees to certain people, or only close down the mines, and all other people can use all other resources, industries, but not the mines. I would love to see stuff like that. And also more of these controllable things, levels or roles inside the guild. I would love to see those. But again, like I said maybe 15 minutes ago, this is a game being built in public. So we just have to wait a few weeks, a few months, hopefully not too long. And I hope we will see those type of things. But the first big update is this. All of these different industries, and we will see what will happen. But no, I really love what you're saying, and I would love to see that in game really soon. But yeah, it takes time. Let's see. Yeah, the shift is getting us all in guilds. Well, they always said the yes, guilds adds a different type of gameplay, but there should always be room for just single players who like to play on their own. But yeah, I think if you want to max out your earnings and your gameplay and stuff like that, then it's interesting to be in a guild. Yeah. But again, they cannot forget the single player players. Yeah, so also controlling the spec with permissions, that should be logical. And I think it will be possible in the future. Yes, okay, so this is interesting. Silk slugs, sell some eggs and all of those things, they are cheap. Yeah, I've seen that slime costs 10 and 15, between 10 and 15 coins each, which is really cheap. Slime is even cheaper than a popberry is. That's really weird, but that's how it goes. Also in chapter 2, they are not planning to upgrade any of these industries, at least not in the beginning. So I think we won't see any tiers with the chickens, we won't see any tiers with the silk slugs, with the queen bees and the honey and stuff. These things will stay the same. So yeah, do you want to invest, do you want to buy a lot of cheap slime? Yes, it is definitely a great opportunity, but I don't think there will be many more use cases for it going into chapter 2. I don't think so. So maybe there is, but right now they haven't spoken about it. And also no tiering system with these industries right here. Is the value of pixel gonna go high or low? I hope high. Yeah, the whole spec with soil. Yeah, you can, but what if the... Yeah, I mean, yes, you can, and that's there is no good or bad. If you like to plant your crops and harvest them, just do it. And if you like mining, just make a lot of mines. We have seen it here almost. So very little soil, a lot of mines, a lot of stone. What is it called? I keep forgetting it. Stone making, stone shaping. So it's up to you. If you want to go all out on wood, just plant a lot of trees. What is... Okay. Can we craft a winery? I would say no, but hey, they might surprise us. They might surprise us and they will give us the blueprint. Yeah, listen to me. And also don't listen to me, because everything I say here is speculation. Everything can change and probably will change. But by how much? So is Butterberry really becoming a tier 4 resource? Those videos say it will, but they could also be playing around with us right now, and they will revert it back to tier 1 or maybe tier 2. So yeah, so what I'm trying to do here is just to make some sense out of it. But yeah, we have no idea what is real and what will change and what will actually be the game meta. I mean, right now you would love to have this lens, right? I mean, wood is pretty cool to have right now inside the game. It can actually earn you some decent amount of coins. But if everyone has this type of lens in chapter 2, wood is going down, of course. So now this looks very appealing. In the future, not, because wood is, let's say tier 1 wood is not worth much. So everything you see here, it can be interesting right now, but in a few weeks it can be not so interesting. Yeah, we're still at a learning stage, and that's what I'm trying to say. We're just figuring things out, we're learning, we're trying to upgrade and update everything. But yeah, we'll see what will happen. Chapter 2 release in 3 to 4 weeks, so early June, not this Friday. This is an interesting question. I will make a new tweet about it. Yes, the Clover challenge is still going on. You're about halfway. I would say step up your game, because in 3 to 4 weeks, when chapter 2 will come, the team will reset all of your soil plots. I don't know if it makes sense, but a while ago they also reset everything. When you crafted some things, they deleted everything and they gave you back your resources in the mail. When chapter 2 starts, they will delete all soils. No. Okay, I have to say this correctly. The soils will stay on the land, of course, but all soils will become empty. So if you have planted, let's say, clovers or any other crop, watermint, Acer cactus, pawberries, when the update to chapter 2 starts, all of these soils will become empty and you will get your seeds back. So if you have planted 60 clover seeds, and some of them are already full grown to 4-leaf clovers, the whole land will become empty and you will find 60 clover seeds in your inventory. So that means you will lose your progress in there. So if you're doing the 4-leaf clover challenge, go hard. Every 45 minutes plant new seeds, because I have seen other players doing it in a month and you're already halfway there. So yeah, I hope you can make it in the next 2 to 3 weeks. What does it mean, single-use items? Okay. Oh, my battery is dying. Give me a second. I have to plug it in. Yes. All right. So what is this single use? Oh, I have to. No. Wait. Where is it? Here. I have to switch my screen. Okay. So what is single use? Single use is right now I cannot use this windmill because Omi Kapacha is using the mill. So I cannot, even though I have enough what is this? Ironite bars, I cannot create it because this player is using this mill. So we have one mill and only one player can use this mill. So it is single use. This mine, for example, this is not single use. Everyone can use the mine at the same time. Also, chickens are not single use, but will become. No, I don't know. Maybe they will become single use, maybe not. But also, soil will become single use. That means, so let's say this firehawk, that this player planted these two crops right here. Then I cannot use these soil plots. So I can try to cut these, but I can't because these crops are from firehawk. I can use, so let's say, let's grab this. I can use this because this one is empty. I can also give it water. But I cannot use these two because these are from a different player. When this player logs into the game, this player cannot use these 4 soils because I am using these 4 soils. So that's what I mean with single use. Only one player can use a soil at a time. So I have to wait until Firehawk harvests these crops, and then the soil will become empty, and then I can use it. I hope it makes sense. And that probably will also happen with mines and other industries, for example the kilns. So right now everyone can use these 4 mines, but it's also possible that when I am using this mine, that this player, Emil, cannot use this mine. It's single use, just like the windmill, and also like a woodworking bench, for example. Oh, and a kiln. A kiln is already single use. So here, let's see. I cannot use this woodworking bench. Lady Nightmare is using it. And let's say that these crops are not planted by me, then I cannot use half of the field because this big ape, for example, these are his crops, so I can only use the empty ones, and I have to wait before the ape harvests these crops. Does the time of growth of the crops will be the same or reduced? I would say reduced, but this is just speculating. It makes sense. It makes sense to drop it a little bit, but I don't know. Almost, some more players are doing the 4-leaf clover challenge. It's right here. this trophy can become yours. All right, let's see. Yes, you get. Okay, now that's great. I'm glad I can help. Are we going to have our own mills? Nope. I would say no. Otherwise, so again, I talked about it with the trees a few minutes ago. A windmill is an NFT trade, and people have paid real money to get a better NFT land. And sometimes, so if you look at the floor of the NFT lands, they cost a lot right now. But if you want a mill or if you want dense trees, etc., you need to pay a lot more than the floor price, because those NFT trades are worth more in the game. So if you can build your own windmill, then the whole NFT trade doesn't mean anything, and all the players who paid more just to get a windmill, they are basically rocked or nerfed, or I don't know how you want to call it, but it won't be good, and many investors who have invested in NFT lands will be pretty mad. Okay, I think it's going to be more interesting gameplay with single use. So the single use soil is like, use it to be in the pixels at the beginning, like so the single use soil is like, use it to be in a pixels at the beginning, like 2 hours ago. Not sure what the last sentence is, but yes, it can become more interesting. You definitely need to share with other players, and for that a guild is very interesting. Yeah, it will be a fight over soils. Yeah. So again, you can upgrade your spec lands with a lot of soils, huh? Yep. And this is, so it will change the economy. It will give more value to the stuff you grow because it's harder to grow stuff. Yes. Now you can plant unlimited pulberries and stuff like that. In a few weeks you cannot do it anymore. So it is, so a pulberry will become much harder to grow, and therefore it will go up in price. I have a windmill in the Terravilla map at the back of the land office. Is there already a did they update it? Because they want to no, not yet. At the back of the land office, that should be here, right? Or maybe it was a teaser. I haven't seen it yet, but there will be a nerfed windmill here where you can only make basic stuff. Well, so how can we earn pixel if you can't earn much coins? Well, you can, so right now you probably buy a lot of stuff, but now you have to play the game. You have, it's always cheaper to plant your own crops, and if you want to turn in these things for pixel, you have to plant them yourself right now. Alright, he was saying, and I'm just on spec. Alright, so let's see. I think we had a nice and interesting live stream. I'm gonna work on my, what is it called? The silk rope, I think. Because my goal is to have a chest full of it. And I'm doing pretty well, I would say. Let's see, I have some here. So what are you, let me know in the chat, what are you grinding right now? Because rack of rope, yep, rack of rope. Hey, look at this, textiler level 39. I'm wondering how high it is compared to other players. I mean, it is pretty much at this moment, it's a worthless industry. You cannot really earn your money back with it. Nobody is interested in ropes or silk cloth or something else. But again, it is a cheap thing to upgrade. Oh, so this is single use. Mojo Joey is using my what is it? Textile mills. But it's okay. Let's see. Another 72 of these things. So I want to have a full chest, just like this one, all full stacks. Yep, the hardest update, I believe so. One single-use soils. Some players are collecting butterberry. Yeah, so butterberry is really interesting. If it really becomes a tier 4 resource, then butterberry is very interesting to collect right now. Working on cooking, level 25. Yeah, currently level 22. So that's nice. It pays off to be cooking level 26, because then you can do the grill quests, and the last time you need to have the key to success to mint a pet. Was the status of the windmill in Terravilla? Yeah, there was a vote, and I think they mentioned that they will give us a windmill, but so far I haven't seen it. Alright, okay, so let's end it right here. I wish everyone a lot of luck with upgrading their accounts. I will say, I think it does pay off to upgrade your skill levels. I'm not sure which one will be the best, but if you have the resources, do all of them. Otherwise, if you look at, so let's end the stream with this picture, or at least this screen right here. As you can see, mining, woodworking. What is this? Stone shaping is not a thing right now. Oh no, this. So the kiln is called stone shaping, and forestry. If you can level up those 4 skills, then you will have a big advantage in the game. So the mining, this is a kiln. Also cooking, of course. The woodworking and forestry. Get those skills up as much as possible, I would say, because here you will see the biggest changes in the game, which is really interesting as well. And then you will have the biggest head start. I mean, you can have a high level inside of aviculture with the chickens, but the new gameplay doesn't talk about chickens. It actually says we will leave it in the beginning we do not change anything with the chickens. We will focus on this and this. Yeah, so this list right here. So right now metalworking and gem cutting, it's not out yet, but woodworking, forestry, cooking, the kiln, or stone shaping, and the mines. Those are the things I would focus on. All right. Yeah, so, and also if you have the coins and you like to take a little risk, then you can buy the cheap resources. For example, slime, sell some eggs, wax maybe, it's also not that expensive. How much everything will cost, I mean the upgrading of specs, I have no idea. We don't have that information yet. And even if they have mentioned something in the past, they can always change it, and they probably will change it before going live to chapter 2. Oh, wax is 22 coins. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. All right. I see you all next time. And yeah, take care. I'm excited for the future. Bye-bye.